Hey, it's been a bit of a while. I'm gonna talk about that, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys why I haven't been, and we'll get into the meat of the video. I'm gonna put the timestamp right here for when I'm gonna talk about, the title. To get started, my drink today, I bet it looks a bit different because on the viewfinder it looks white. It's a pumpkin spice cold brew because my espresso machine is down. If you know me, I'm a big latte lover. Spanish latte, my go-to. Since that's broken, I'm not the biggest fan of cold brew, but it's better than nothing. I also ordered matcha. It's coming later today. Because I want matcha. I'm also not the biggest matcha fan, but better than nothing. I'm so talented. Anyways, oh my god, do you like my new case? It's the Slushy Noobs one. I love you, Martin Hamza. But yeah, let me get into why I've been a little bit not on YouTube. Basically, a bunch of things have been going on in my life. Some things going wrong, other things going right. It was either completely wrong or completely right, but that's usually how my life is. It's usually things go really bad or really good. In the end, the really good ended up outweighing everything. Basically, you'll see these vlogs, but I had to get my wisdom teeth out. I had emergency surgery. I was not doing well. But on the good side, I got a second job. And guess what? I love both of them. I love both of my jobs. So if you don't know, I'm a video editor, right? I love that job. I love editing. Why do you think I make these vlogs? It's not just because I love to talk. It's also because I'm really funny and I love editing. But since I was able to be picky, I decided, let me look for a coffee shop job. One of my buddies opened up a coffee shop and she offered me a job and I said, yes, please, of course. So I've been doing that also. Love it, completely love it. So I love both of my jobs. And I feel like so blessed to be able to say that and to be able to live that. Because I've been working a lot lately. I've been tired, but I love the jobs. I've lived life where when I first started working, when I was in high school, I was working at Taco Bell. And then I started doing that full time and I was going to school. So the way it worked was school, boom, Taco Bell, boom. Then I would go home and edit my own YouTube videos. People were like, why are you editing? Why are you putting so much effort into your editing? It's not going to go anywhere. I was able to use my videos as part of my portfolio type thing. Boom, I landed an editing job. Perfect, work from home, awesome, love my job. And then I started thinking, I need a car and I need more money for that car. And I'm home alone all day with no one to talk to. So I thought, let's go look for a coffee shop job. Because I was like, I could be a bit more picky right now because I have a job. I don't need to pick the first thing, Obviously, if I didn't get a coffee shop job, I was going to look for another job that I wasn't going to like. But thankfully it worked out. Now I get to do two things that I love so much. I'm so grateful and I feel so blessed that I get to do that. When I'm editing, I'm having a good time. When I go into work, excited, happy to see all my coworkers because all my coworkers are really cool too. And I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm making coffee. I love coffee. And then I get drinks on my shift and I love coffee. So it's literally my dream life. I literally posted on my story the other day, I'm drinking a cold brew on my way to a shift at a coffee shop. There's literally my dream life. It's literally my dream life. It's so perfect. Okay. But yeah, with that and then, wisdom teeth and surgery recovery, things started piling up a bit. You'll get vlogs on all that. But for now, I just wanted to catch up with you guys. And also, maybe 2 weeks ago, I hit 1 full year of being completely single. Pretty much all on my own accord. I just decided I'm not gonna date. Well, kind of. Let me catch you up. I don't want this video to be about that person because I don't need to let anyone think they're more important than they are. And this is about me. This is my life. The world revolves around me. On my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called Danny Moreno. Not that last person. Let's give you a little bit of a rundown. For an entire month after that whole experience with that person, I didn't have the ability to have a crush on somebody else. This person, I'll get into that actually. There were times with this person where I would think things. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not a toxic person. So I would say hey, if you think this is toxic, I get it. we can go our separate ways. And then I would get, no, please, let's try again. So obviously I was like, well, if you beg. No, just kidding. But yeah, there were certain things where I would be uncomfortable and I would ask about it. They would say, no. Eventually it was more like, no, why are you thinking that? No, why this? No, why that? Every single time I did that, turns out I was right. When your gut tells you, your gut tells you. And you know what's funny? I'm sure there's people out there who think this person's telling the truth about me. Oh, I'll get into that too, actually. Helicopter. Anyways, back to the story. There was this thing where I said, hey, are you sure you didn't move on from me while we were together to this other person? And they were like, no. I get a DM. Daniel was right yet again. So basically I'm very much biased against two-timers now, and unfortunately that did mess me up a bit. Months later this happened, by the way, that I get the proof. I confronted this person a couple days after they ended things with me because it just wasn't making sense. So I was asking, hey, what's this about? Are you sure? And then I got, there's nobody, Daniel, blah, 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 blah. Which was a pattern. This person would constantly berate me, raise their voice at me, tell me I'm wrong, make me doubt myself. And it kind of messed me up a bit, unfortunately. In January, I started realizing I'm getting panic attacks just thinking of this person, you know? And it wasn't fun. And I couldn't understand why. It was really not fun. Okay. I had unblocked this person because I was so mad that I thought, I can't believe this person did this to me, did that to me, this, that, and the next. And they're just living their life, doing good. Now they finally got rid of me, you know? After lying to me so many times and not even taking accountability. You know, it's like, I have proof now and you're still not going to apologize to me. It kind of sucks a bit. But I guess life really is unfair sometimes. Anyways, January, I unblocked this person and I thought, if I'm doing good, I want this person to see. This person has a private account. I had blocked them because I was like, if I can't see your stuff, I don't want you seeing my stuff. We don't see each other ever again. Boom. And in January, things started getting bad and they changed their profile picture to a picture of them. Boom, I got a panic attack. The panic attacks didn't stop. And a couple months later, they made their account public. And then I saw something I had asked about months and months ago. And boom, I was right again. This was the week before my birthday. Fast forward 2 weeks after that, boom, I find proof that I was, not even find proof, the proof found me. I was right again. 2 for 2. After that, I decided I can't trust anyone ever again. I can't date anyone ever again. I don't want to date ever again. I'm too scared to date ever again. And unfortunately, I do still feel that way, that I just can't trust somebody like that ever again. I can't do it. I'm too scared to even try. Unfortunately, it didn't get better. It got worse to the point where I have this friend who has a degree in psychology. I was supposed to go to that city for a concert for Audrey Hobart. If you've seen my other podcast video, you know how I felt, how excited I was about that concert, why it was so special to me. It was so extremely special to me. And I was so excited to go. Boom, surgery, and I couldn't go. But before that, my brother asked me, oh, Daniel, what if you see this person there? And I laughed and said, oh, haha. And then I started thinking, couldn't breathe anymore, completely nauseous. My head started pounding. I decided to write in my notebook. And what I wrote worried me a lot because I kept writing, they're going to get me in trouble. They're going to raise their voice at me again. They're going to yell at me. And I kept writing, I'm so scared to ever see that person ever again. I can't see that person ever again. I'm so scared. I didn't like that. So I asked this friend, I tell her what I wrote, and she starts telling me that I was showing signs of a form of PTSD. You know, it's like this has caused me not only problems mentally, but also in my work. My work is a creative job, you know? I would get blocks because I would just start spiraling. It wouldn't only affect me, it would also affect my money, the people I work for, their money. It was too many things that it was getting in the way of. So I needed to get professional help. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That has been a dream. I have never been this confident, this happy, this content with my life. Everything since getting help has been complete incline. Obviously there's little dips, but I went from going lower and lower and lower and lower. Boom, I got help, up. So I don't want anybody to think, if you're watching this, even if you think, because I did think, I thought, no, it's nothing bad. No, it's nothing silly. I got professional help. I would tell them the stories. I would tell them everything. And they would tell me, that's not normal. That's not okay. That's a form of abuse. And then it made sense why I was getting those panic attacks. For that whole year, I couldn't even hear this person's name. I couldn't hear that city. I would just start shaking. A whole year of that, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So I got professional help. It's been a couple months. My life is so much better. I got my wisdom teeth. Fine. I got that surgery. Fine. It felt like, okay, the universe is still beating me down and down and down, but I'm still way happier now than I was then. At first, I was scared to be in a relationship, and I didn't want to jump from person to person. I was gonna do that. Just because this person did that doesn't mean I have to do that either. That's disgusting. And I knew this person was gonna do that. Like, I literally said, like, hey, don't do this to the next person. I was right again. I'm still learning a bit more to not blame myself for everything, because I was very emotionally intelligent. And at first it was, hey, this upset me. If you want to go our separate ways, it's totally okay. Like, nothing wrong with that. By the end, it was, hey, this upset me. And they would convince me that I was being mean to them or making them feel like a bad person. And I would eventually say sorry. I knew I wasn't in the wrong, but I kept thinking, I never want to make this person feel like this. The last thing I want is to hurt this person. Got my ass. So I'm still learning now when I'm in the wrong, when I'm in the right. I'm still doing communication skills, which I was pretty good at communication. Honestly, I don't even care what anybody says. I was good at communication. With this professional, I would tell them, I'm gonna be single for the entirety of 2026. Unless something comes my way. I've had one singular crush ever since this person. 2 months after this person ended things with me, I still couldn't have a crush. And this person texted me, and all my friends were like, Daniel, he's flirting with you. And I just couldn't have a crush, I wasn't still onto this person, like the old person. I don't know, I just didn't have the ability to have a crush anymore. And then eventually, boom, I had a crush. And then this person told me that they weren't dating, which is fine. And then I was like, dang it. And then when something felt like fate, I was like, okay, let's do this. Because the thing was, I didn't want to date unless something came my way, because I was like, who am I to fight the universe? And whenever I felt like something felt like fate with this person, because it was this person constantly, like, it would go back to them. Oh, obviously it didn't work out. I'm single. Not a lot of times also. It was only like 2 or 3 times. I was telling this professional that, and he told me, I'm noticing a bit of a pattern, You tell yourself you're not going to, and then something happens, you get your hopes up. Whether it works out or not, you end up not feeling good. And for the week until our next session, I thought about it and I decided I'm just not dating entirely. And my life has been so good. I'm loving my life. I have a new job that I love entirely. And my other job that I love entirely. It's just so much better. I've gotten so much closer with my friends. I've been hanging out with people so much more. I've learned so much. I've learned how to set healthy boundaries and how to stick with them. Because with this person, it was like I had boundaries and they would cross them and then make me feel bad about having my foot down on my boundaries. In the moment, I was okay with it, but in hindsight, I'm like, oh, they were pushing so many boundaries and I just went along with it, Obviously, like, I never told them, like, I'm not okay with this. There's certain things I told this person. I said, I wouldn't do this if I didn't see something with you. And they went along with it, and then they didn't see anything with me, so that sucks. Eventually, while I'm healing from this surgery, right, I'm literally in bed. I'm bedridden for weeks. I'm going through TikTok on my laptop because I was working. So I needed to download a TikTok video for a video I was editing. I see my message requests, and there's way more than I thought there were. I guess on my laptop, it didn't show as like hidden requests. It just showed as regular message requests. And then I see something along the lines of, Daniel, it's been months. And in my head, I'm like, is this that person? And keep in mind, I had so much on my plate. I just went through a surgery that I didn't even know was gonna happen. The universe had been beating me down so bad. And I see this message request from months ago. I click it, I read the first piece, and I'm like, holy crap, this is that person. So I thought to myself, I don't really want to give this person the time of day. I'm stressed out. I literally just had surgery. I'm working right now. I'm in bed. I can barely even freaking walk without feeling pain. I don't want to deal with anything right now. I thought to myself, this person's probably gonna yell at me again, and I'm not gonna deal with it, you know? I told myself, I'm gonna skim it. If there's nothing about an apology or the freaking money that they owe me, I'm not even gonna give this kid the light of day. Skimmed a bit, and I decided, yep, this person thinks that they're gonna berate me one more time, yell at me one more time. So I just told myself, delete it, boom. I just don't have time for that anymore. I really, really, really don't. I used to think maybe one day this person will give me an apology for the things that they lied to me about because I have proof. You know, it's like, I have the proof and you're still lying. So when I saw that, I thought, yeah, this person's never gonna change. And it sucked that this person made me hate them. There's nothing I dislike more than hating someone, because I have hated one person before. This person was the boss at one of my old jobs. And I can't remember one single time that person was nice to me, that boss. I get a text one day, the boss ended his own life. And I didn't feel sad. And that really messed with me, because I thought, am I a bad person because I don't feel sad? I didn't feel happy either. I just didn't feel anything for it. And it was the first time in my entire life where somebody I knew died and I didn't feel anything. Later on, I started crying because I thought, if this person was just a little bit nicer, you know, I could have been sad that they're gone. And, you know, my old coworkers, I don't really know any that were actually sad. It kind of messed me up a bit, because I thought, if this person was just a little nicer, said sorry before he went, I could feel sad. And I don't like to feel that way. And the fact that this person that I dated made me feel that same level of hate, it's not good. It's really not. The audio on this part messed up a bit, but after this person, I had thought, what's so wrong with me? Why does nobody want to stay with me? Blah, blah, blah. Now, looking back, I feel so dumb to have thought that, because it's like, oh no, I just lost somebody who's mean to me. What am I gonna do? All I have left is my talent in drawing, painting, editing, guitar, and my really good looks. What am I gonna do? You know, I'm gonna be okay. Thank God that's over. This probably sounds a little bit being dramatic. I would genuinely rather die than go through that ever again. The panic attacks have been at bay because I got professional help, and I would get so mad because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not in therapy because of my own thing. I'm in therapy because of this person. Like, this person did this to me. This person messed me up that bad, that quick. And I kind of felt stupid. I kind of felt like, wow, I always told myself, I can't be manipulated. That can't work on me. Well, it worked on me. I'm not going to let it happen again. I set my boundaries. You don't like it? Hit the road, Jack. That's a saying, okay? That wasn't directed to anyone. But yeah, it's just, I feel so much better now. So much more confident. You know what's crazy, actually? After that experience with this person, I decided I'm gonna exercise because I want to look good. Since this person, people actually, you know, hit on me. That was never a thing before. That didn't happen before. Not to be that person, but it did help a bit that, like, you know, somebody asked me for my Instagram for the first time in my life, you know? People DM me. It's not that I'm like, oh, I don't want to go on a date with you. It's more like people now ask me on dates and I'm just not dating. Nothing against them. Some of them would be people that I would have liked to, maybe, but I'm not dating. And I'm finally sticking to that. And it feels so good knowing that I didn't need to jump to somebody else. I want to become comfortable being single, living on my own, work on my channel, work on money, work on my jobs. I feel so, what's the word? Like, I feel, in my head, I'm successful right now in my stage of life. I know success is like, everyone has their own definition of success. I feel like there's different levels of success. I'm successful for my age in my own way. You know, I didn't think I would be doing this good at 23, and I am. I have a job that I love and another job that I love. I have friends that I love. I'm cutting people and things out that are bad for me. I'm really picky. I'm extra picky now with people I hang out with, people I keep around me. If our morals don't align, we're not going to be friends. Or if certain things happen, I'll bring it up. Hey, this bothered me. If they agree that it was something to be bothered about, okay, don't do it again, you know? If I do something wrong, I like when people tell me that I did something wrong. And then we can talk about it. Boom, it doesn't happen again. If we disagree, like if somebody hurts my feelings and they're just like, no, you shouldn't have been mad. If I disagree, then it's like, okay, we don't need to be in each other's lives. And I feel like I've gotten a good hang of that. Now I have people around me who I love all my friends. My friends, I have connections with all my friends and they're special. And I feel like that's my goal in life now, not to date anymore. My goal in life has been to date for the longest. My goal in life was to be in love. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Don't really want to do that again for the time being. I told myself all the way the rest of the year, no dating at all. I haven't gone on a date since that last person, and well, I don't plan to anytime soon. And that used to be scary, but I saw somebody say, don't treat your single life as a bad thing. Treat it as you never know when it can end. I don't remember who said it. If I find the video, I'll put it here. But they said, you don't know how long this is gonna last. Enjoy it. You could fall in love tomorrow, and then maybe that'll be the person you're with for the rest of your life. Enjoy today. Not that being in love is a bad thing, but there's joyous things that you can enjoy in a relationship, but there's also things that you can only enjoy single. Enjoy those single things for now. And that's what I'm doing. Even my jokes were different. Like I stopped saying certain jokes. For example, whenever I see somebody that I think is good looking, I would say, I think the cashier has a crush on me. Things like that. I wouldn't make those jokes when I wasn't single because I just felt like it was disrespectful. I can make those jokes again. And then when I find someone again, I'm going to stop making those jokes again. I'm enjoying my single life. I don't have anybody that I need to talk to every day. I enjoyed it, but now I feel like, okay, I get to have my little peaceful, chill solo time now. I have more time to hang out with my friends, more money in my pockets. That's another thing this person lied about. Like this person would say things like, Daniel, you don't get it. My car's not new as yours. My car was a 2002 car. This person drove like a 2013, 2016 car. I don't know. What the hell are you yelling at me about? This person said, we don't make as much money as you do. Don't be mad that I'm making more money than you, especially when I offer, you know? And I guess this person told somebody else, Danny would make me drive all the way over there. This person came to visit me once. I kept driving all the way over there. I would do the whole road trip to get there. My car's the one that's dead now. The proof is in the pudding. And I decided whoever believes this person, believe it. I don't care. Believe it. If a whore wants a whore, they're gonna be whores together. Thank God I'm not a part of that. You know, certain people were watching my stories. I doubt you were telling them nice things about me. And, you know, watching my stories, obviously I see that. And I was like, I'm gonna let them watch my stuff. Like, I'm living my life. You can enjoy my life too. You can have a fun life vicariously through me too. I have a lot of joy to go around. And eventually I was like, all right, I'm getting a little bit tired of you. Boom, block this person. I don't care. I block whoever I want now. That's another thing is I got so comfortable just blocking people that I don't really want to be associated with. I just don't want to. I don't want to talk to you. I really don't want you to talk to me. Cut it off completely. And yeah, I've just been focusing on me and myself because I've never done that before. I've never been my main focus in life. I've always been focused on what other people need, what other people want, helping everybody else out except me. I decided it wasn't fair and I need to focus on myself more. Some people now think I'm selfish. I don't care. Those same people are the ones who would take advantage of me. So the trash takes itself out sometimes. But yeah, I love my life. I'm living so great. I finally have jobs that I'm still so happy about that. Like I literally, this week I've had one day off and I'm like, I love it. Yeah, I'm tired, but they're fun. My whole life feels back on track. It's a beautiful thing. It wasn't fun for my friends and my family, even my parents, to tell me, Daniel, you haven't been the same since that person. For months and months and months, I wasn't the same. And I can't even blame them. I wasn't the same. Ever since I decided to get help and work on myself and my own joy, I feel like I'm myself again. And it feels so great to be back. And I feel like I've gotten to a point where I love myself, you know? I love making myself happy. I love treating myself to things every now and then. It's such a beautiful way to live your life. I love hopecore videos. And I encourage everyone to do the same. I mean, obviously, if you're in a relationship, you can't do the whole I'm not dating thing. But if you're in a toxic one, though, don't lie to your friends. I lie to my friends all the time while I was in it. Like, this person left me in a crowd. And the story I told my friends was, I said that I would wait here and save our spot so that they could get us drinks. That's not what happened. This person just disappeared. And I texted them, where'd you go? Oh my gosh, there's a bug on the lens. Did you see that? Yeah, I think that's my cue to end it here. I think today is the 13th of August. I kind of want to cut this up and edit it. Well, not edit it. And post it tomorrow so that you guys get a little bit of a recap. And then I kind of want to post my wisdom teeth video next week. So hopefully next Friday, it'll be up. Okay? Thanks for listening to me talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't bore you with the details. And I hope you take my advice and love your life and live as happily as you can. Good night or good morning or have a good day. I love you guys so much. Come visit me at the coffee shop if you want. And peace, cheese, love ya. Bye.